Hello all, Havoc here. Alright, so I wasn't able to get any work on this today, but we'll come back to it. We're just kind of poke around a little bit and try to get this setup going for printing another mutt. And we did get something done yesterday, and I want to get it moved on the list. Let's see. Support expand pit. So that's done. There we go. Alright, so that's done. Get that off here. Get out of here. And then we started on control room for the print arms. Okay, so I want to work on getting this area fixed. I did add a new mod to the list. I have no idea how it's going to work. That's a Bob problem right there. This was Bob related. Because there's nothing been over here. Okay. So, basically what it boils down to is, let's see. Is it in here this way? Okay. So it's called a shipyard projector. And basically what it does is it's kind of like a Bob. It only welds. There are 4 tiers. At the highest tier, it welds things really fast. It does like 16 blocks at a time or something like that. But it consumes a tremendous amount of power. And then as they go down in size, they weld less and use less electricity. So it looks like they have the same construction cost. Okay. So I'm guessing what we do is we take that projector down and we put this projector in its place. And in theory, we won't need Bobs for this area, because it'll only weld on its grid and it will only work with the system it's attached to, I believe. So let's see here how. Let's take a look at it. Does it have? I don't see any inventory ports. Alright, well, let's give it a go. Let's see what happens. I mean, worst case scenario, it doesn't work. I mean, oh, we're on hydrogen. We're fine. Okay, so let's pull this guy up. This is the top tier one. This is the level 4. Okay, so that's the top. That's the front. So I'm going to face it that way. Yeah, it's hungry. It just sapped our entire base of power. Everything just shut off. Okay. We can't run a tier 4. That's balanced. I gotta say, that. That's balanced. Alright, so let's do a tier 2. I'm not in a super rush, so I can't afford that either. Okay, what's going on with this? If I turn it off, it still drains my power? Oh, the lag. Alright, let's try tier 1. So if we can't even use a tier 1. Okay, so here and here. Nope. Alright. I'm gonna have to play with that in between episodes and try to figure out what's going on with that. Because how much does one of those wind turbines make? Large wind turbine is producing 6 megawatts. Currently outputting, no, they're not producing. Yeah, so these are producing 200 to 300 kilowatts. These are producing 9 kilowatts. These wind turbines are nothing in comparison. I need to get solar script down so we can see actually how much power we're producing. Be 60 pole crater. So I need to. Okay. So what I want to do is that. Basically what I want to do is, oh, that'll work, I guess. Maybe not. There. I want to name these so I can find them. And modify them from up above, because I can't see what's going on down here. And you already named, right? Yeah, okay. So these guys are going to get restricted. I talked about it a couple times between episodes and in comments from previous episodes. So where can I do this from? Probably right here is good. Remote access. Why don't I have remote access? Player's antenna is off. Okay, well, why don't I have remote access now? Player antenna is off. It wasn't. Oh, there it is. Okay, hit the wrong button. Let's try this again. There we go. So now I can do this. This is way easier to do. So I can come here. Replace name. Actually, let's do it this way. Control, copy. All of you. Replace name. I should have put the 0 in there too, actually. Now that I think about it. That's fine. And 0, 5. Okay. Alright, so now these guys here, we're going to take and show build area. And we're going to shrink, and shrink. All should move the same direction that way? No, they're not. Okay, so one of them is different from the rest. That's not cool. It's the one in the back. I'm pretty confident. Okay. Okay, so height. We're going to be something like that. 25 meters. 35 meters. And then once I get this set, then I can set them all to the same settings, roughly, and everything inside that box, they're not going to touch the floor, they're not going to touch the pistons that are holding everything up, and I can just leave them on. If it's welding, it's welding. If it's not, it's not. So that's kind of what I'm going for. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do something like... Okay. That's going to fall under close enough, I think. Show area off. Next one. So what I've done is I've actually taken a screenshot of those settings, and I'm hoping that I should be able to just kind of do something like this to get it close. So it's a decent ballpark, right? It's definitely going to be good enough to build a mutt, right? So, alright, so horizontal is going to be 40. The reason I'm not doing them all at the same time is because we have that one that's off, and as soon as I do this, I'm going to find out which one it is. So negative 22, negative 3. I think this is it right here. $57, 25, 35. Yeah, see, that's the one that's... It's different. So these two need to be transposed. So you need to be 35, and you need to be 57. There we go. So that goes there. Height, offset, height. Shouldn't matter. It should be the same height, but it looks like it's different for some reason. It's probably just my perspective. Horizontal offset is like so. And forward offset is like so. There we go. So you two guys should be the same, because that was the odd man out, so now I can just go ahead and find this. Just going to go 40, negative 22, negative 3, area height is 25, 35. Why didn't that work? Okay, that's fine. There. Again, I'm not sure why that didn't work, but... Okay, so I'm going to leave those on for a second. Yeah, that's going to be good enough. I think I want to take them up a block, though, so they're not touching the floor. My concern is that they're going to... They don't project through the floor. My concern is they don't come down here and get the piping underneath. If we see blocks disappear on the ground, that's fine. But I just don't want subgrids underneath disappearing kind of thing. Fill her up. Thank you. Alright. So back to remote access. Okay. That's what 4 and 5 are the last two. Need to turn off. Yeah. Bay 1. Alright. So now we can turn these on and off. Hop out. No. Thank you. Still in my remote status. Let's put this guy here. Oh wait, no, wrong one. The default vanilla projector, because that one doesn't work. So alright. So your bobs are off, otherwise you would have fixed the hole in the floor. Okay, remote access, static grid. Okay, those are all off, those are all off. So Bay 1 projector, blueprints. But that's great, thanks. Kicked me out of the terminal. Alright. Projector. So I think the cool part about this guy is we'll literally be able to just drop him on the floor. So, vertical offset's fine. Horizontal though. Actually forward, let's bring it out. You know what, I think I could build 2 of these. Yeah, we could build 2 of these at a time. This is gonna be a thing. We're gonna build 2 mutts at a time. I use Skyhook and drop them both off at the same time too. So I can't put the projector on top because it'll hit when we rotate, but I can put it, I put it in that spot right there. We still have an auto bar, okay. So we rotate this way, yep. Okay. Ow. Mistakes were made. Bay 1. We got incoming. Front. They're going right for mutt. Alright, see how he does. So why isn't much shooting? It's well within range. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. I lost count. So that's a problem. So they're spending all this time focusing on the small grid that they're not shooting missiles down. So you guys are no longer allowed to shoot small ships. Alright, let's go pick up that debris and we can use that to repair. I think he did pretty well. I mean, he just took a massive barrage of hits. We're missing a turret. I don't know why. Projector's off, maybe? Yeah, it is. Okay, builder. Make sure these guys are off for a second so we can... Alright, overlay blueprints, okay. Projector. Turn it on. Blueprints, MUT. Okay, and then forward offset. And vertical offset. Okay, and key projection. Wait, that's not right. Projecting it backwards? Yeah. That would have been awkward. I lost a wheel too in the process. Alright. I can't type today. Alright, let's get projector, get it rotated. And recenter it again. Jeez. Forward offset. I don't understand why the projector isn't the center. Doesn't seem like it's center of mass either, so... Alright, that should do it. Okay, that looks good. So let's turn those bulbs back on. Oh, and we lost a ladder too. Okay. So G. Do we have one for wheels? I think we do. Let's put this over here. Add wheel. Add wheel. It's not working. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's you that's doing it. So that's not fixed. That's probably why. Hold on. So hop out. Let's go weld it. I don't know why we're not repairing it. Probably don't have the parts. Yeah, missing some large tubes. Alright, so he held up beautifully. Would have helped if I would have had the projector turned on, for one. So why isn't Bob cleaning that up? Fly mode, weld before grind. Grind if weld is stuck, I guess. Yeah, that's what we needed. Okay. Alright, so, yeah, like I said, he did pretty good. I think it's just a setting issue on my part that really messed it up. So let's go ahead and put that wheel back on there. Groups. Add wheel. Because that's going to happen again. That probably doesn't help the repair process at all, does it? Oh, jeez. This really isn't going to help the repair process either. Yeah, no. That doesn't help the repair process at all. This is why we can't have nice things. Come on, get in there. Alright. And it doesn't have enough parts to repair. So let's see here. I'd like to make them self-sustaining. This is what else was. Remember, I did mention something about putting jack stands on this guy. Why isn't he working? I mean, they're turned on. This is the part where I'm nervous, because I think this is where he's... I think that's the part where we're getting in trouble, where he's grinding down our own ships. So, yeah. There's also only 2 Bobs, so there's that. But he's going to need components, so he's going to have to eat some stuff. I'm just going to go get Razorback and fly over them every once in a while until they get fed enough times, I guess. Always feed your doggos. Premium quality, best stuff. All right. If I do that, might help. Emptied my inventory in there. So parking brake off. in theory, this guy can run on just a couple wheels. As I just keep knocking that one wheel off over and over again. As testimonial too. I still don't understand why the laser cannons, the plasma cannons, did not fire on the Tribute. They took down the interdictor just fine, but slow down here. Okay. So let's take a look at the laser cannons. Okay, what were you thinking? Target unowned. Yes. No, because that means it's going to fire at neutral. Target grids, focus fire, going to roll right off the hill. Why didn't they shoot the large grid? So there's nothing in between small grid, large grid. This targeting system is completely different than that of the laser fighter cannon things. So, all right. Well, like I said, I think he fared pretty good. He took some pretty serious hits, and those little plasma or little laser cannons are not going to get allowed to shoot ships anymore, so they can stay focused on anti-missiles. I was worried about the anti-fighter part, but I think that's going to be less of an issue than I was originally worried about. So, well, for now, I'm going to go ahead and park this guy over here, let him eat up all these parts, and then we'll see how he does on the next round. I think overall he did good. I mean, he took a beating from those missiles. So, sweet. All right, let's see what happens. To be continued. Okay, tank. Oh my goodness. Oh, come on. Here. Tank. Hydrogen. Thank you. Go ahead and turn these bulbs on for a minute. Get in there. Oops, a little bit more time. A little bit more time, yeah. Oh, that's a better view, isn't it? All right. So let's go Control 2, all thrusters on. Why aren't you welding that up? Interesting. Alright, on the deck. What are you missing? You don't have any motors? Oh yeah, you keep repairing all those thrusters I'm breaking. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Alright. Let's go in here. Builders for Bay 1. Turn it on. This should work, right? Wait, yours are off now, right? No, they weren't. So that was going to get interesting. Bay 1, builders back off. What did I call you? Projector Bay 1 front. Projector Bay 1 rear. Okay. In theory, all the bobs are off, right? In theory. I'm just going to do this from here. So, okay. Remote access. Ah, I just kicked myself out. I was fine. I hit the wrong button. Okay, and keep projection. I was wondering if we're going to be able to print them down here. I don't think we're going to be able to. I think I'm going to have to raise that back up. Yeah. So let's put its max distance at 5. Yeah, it looks better. Okay, remote access, control panel. Okay, and then we need to turn it around. Guess we need to start with that because that messes everything all up. With this way, can we just print it off the back, right? No, because it won't be able to... We can just drop them where they're at. We don't have to extend out and rotate. Okay, so remote access. I want to get this one set up before we end the stream today. Helps if I might keep my head focused and get it done. Alright, so vertical offsets go down to 0. No. 5. And let's go back 1. Back 2, yeah. That'll work. Okay, let's go ahead and set this guy. I think that's going to be good. So he's inside the box. We're going to add this in. Oh, won't let me. Why? Oh, we need steel plates. Derp. Actually, hold up. We need something to pick it up by, remember? So we can do it like that. So in theory, we can check this guy's numbers and duplicate them. Mode access. Front. Grab this. So I should be able to just duplicate all of these settings. Blueprint, mutt. Rear. Heat projection. I need to make sure we did that on the front one too. So first things first is going to be pitching at 180. Horizontal offset is going to be -2, 5, and 6. Oh, that doesn't work now, does it? So I need to move it back like 4 blocks. Oops. Road access, static control, rear. So something like that probably. I know we can bring it forward 2 more blocks. Yeah, there we go. So I think we want to bring both these horizontal or vertical offsets down. To here? No, that's in the floor. I think bring it to 6. Because then we'll be right on the ground. Better opportunity for this to get built. Right? Yeah, I like that better. So let's bring the front down. I also check and make sure that it is set to key projection. So front. Key projection is turned on, and we're going to bring that down to 6. So we just do that. This can be here instead. We just climb down here. We run over here. Let's do it this way. I'm going to turn those on too. But for now, I just want these to work. Bay 1. Builders, Bay 1, all on. We are printing 2 mutts at a time. We can roll them forward, drop them off at the door, retract this assembly, and print 2 more while we're going and deploying the other 2. So, yeah, we're stepping our automation up a little bit. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for coming out and hanging out with me and enjoying the chat or channel. My words are hard. Don't forget to go and check out social media links at twitchtv.com, Patreon, all those kinds of things. Continue to support the channel. I appreciate you guys being here. This is Havoc. Have fun and keep gaming.